Good evening, everybody, and welcome you against Domino Yeast. How are you today, man?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Yeah, so we got a super exciting match today. Sorry to cut you off, but we got a really good match today. Yeezard squad and Domino Esports, I just mentioned Yeast. So for your first cast, you got an absolute banger of a game here. So tell me what your initial thoughts are going into this game.
Well, looking at the table before this actually started, I thought that this was going to be a juicy game because whoever wins this decides who makes second place in this division, and whoever loses will drop out the playoffs altogether at this point. So it's pretty crucial for whoever wins this, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be really crucial. I think all these teams got to do actually is win by any scoreline. It doesn't, there's no complex playoff scenarios. When I was doing my research into this game, I was kind of expecting there's going to be something a bit complicated, especially with Domino Esport. But actually, you just got to win and you're in. That's it. So whilst it sounds really simple for both of these teams, just win, lol. At the same time, it's not that easy. You got to think it's two of the top teams in this division. And with the stakes so high to make it into the playoffs, it's just a make or break situation. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting to see how these teams are going to do when this will actually test them. I feel like when the pressure's this high, when it's make or break, you've got to win or you're out. It's going to be a true test for both these sides. I think, East.
Yeah, for sure. And thinking about maybe this might be some people's first seasons, as we've got both teams in the lobby now, you got to wonder how the nerves are going to play in, considering this is their last game. This is make or break. If you win, you're in. But if you lose, you got to wonder what all that hard work was for throughout the entire season.
Yeah, you've got a point there. When it comes down to the final game, you just got to wonder, if you lose it, you think, well, you've worked so hard this season for that, not to make playoffs. It's going to really suck for the team that loses, but that's the way these leagues work. You've got to perform on the day when it matters. And so now, as the players are ready, I think we'll just quickly go into the predictions now, Yeast, and we'll see what we think about this game. I'll give it to you first. Who have you got to win?
I couldn't split this, honestly. I'm thinking this is game 5 written all over it, and just edging for me is Domino Esports taking this in 5.
Alright, that's a fair prediction. I think I'll make it interesting and split the desk. I'll go with the Yeezard squad. I will agree with you at least on the game 5, though. I would love to see a score tip at the final game. Because, as you said, I had it written all over it. So, that's the way I see it going in this match. And I think it's about time to get started, Yeast. So I think we will just tell the players to get on going. I'll just tell them right now to go, and let's just get going. I think everyone's super excited to see this match, and I certainly am as well. So here we go, Yeezard squad and Domino Esport facing off to take it away, Yeast.
Yep, so we got Yeezard in the blue and Domino in the orange, and away we go now. Domino getting the initial benefit of the kickoff here as Hypnotic's able to clear it to the sidewall, but it's sent straight back into the box by Luxy, but it's cleared away there. But the pressure from Domino starting to build up, and that might just be an own goal from Yeezard squad. It is, and Domino with an early advantage here.
My question is, how did this happen? But I mean, it was super awkward. I think Hypnotic tried to come off the back roll though to make that save, and then Sema, he was in position. He could have gotten the booming clear out, but just a real a bit of confusion, I reckon, on the side of Yeezard squad. But not to worry, they got plenty of time to come back, just shake it off, and they can surely get back into it.
For sure, I think it must have been some missed communication there, as Crimsic had an easy save, but Hypnotics ended up just flying across him and missing the ball completely. But moving on now, Yeezard in possession of the ball now. That applies some more pressure as Zema sends the ball all the way across, but Froz is able to control this and sends it into the middle, but Hypnotic's able to clear it away now. And He's beaten to the ball by Luxie there, but Crimsic trying to play it back into the middle, but missing the ball there. And Frost now passing it into the middle to Luxie, but it's intercepted by Crimsic there. And the shot from... Well, this is pretty interesting, you know, because we've got 2 own goals in the first minute of this crucial series here.
Yeah, pretty interesting turn of events. I mean, that was rather unfortunate for Sema, you know, playing off that pass really well. It's a shame it hit the post, and then Choke, just wrong place, wrong time there, hit into his own net. And for a series we're hyping up this much, you know, I didn't expect it to start out this way, but nevertheless, well tied up, 1 minute gone. Hopefully things will start to normalise a little bit.
For sure, as the teams are probably just starting to get used to how each other are playing with the clears that we're having at the moment, just back and forth play at the moment, as we're seeing again now with Hypnotics and Luxie meeting in the air there. Crimsic trying to play this into the corner and follow it up himself, but it's cleared away by Froz. Samer playing it into the corner now, and Froz leaving the ball for Choke, I think, but he was rotating back, and now Yeezard straight back on the pressure now, and Samer with a bump on the keeper there, and Crimsic able to put it into the open net to give Yeezard their first lead of the series now.
Yeah, it was a good job there by Sema to push it into the box, and yeah, there's great touch from Hypnotics, just taking all the defenders out of the play. Crim has a lovely finish, just tapped it into the net, and there you are for Yeezard squad. Just that pressure paying off. It didn't take much to break down the Domino Esport side though, and that could maybe be a concern later on, because you just can't let the pressure get to you that easily.
For sure, they've got to adapt to the pressure that Yeezard are putting on them at this point, or they're just going to slowly start to fall apart more and more. But there's still a lot left in this series, as there's only game 1 at this point, and they can easily adapt at this point. Now is Crimsic going to try to take this himself, but he's beaten to the ball by Froz there. And I think Luxie might have been in the way of Froz there, but a stalemate here with Luxie and Hypnotics, but it's cleared away by Samer, but straight back into the middle and cleared away by Crimsic again now. Froz playing it into the middle, but Hypnotics beating Luxie to the ball, I think it was there, and now Samer playing it high towards the sidewall here, and Crimsic able to send it all the way across, and Choke and Samer are going to be racing to this, and Samer leaves it for Choke, he passes it into the middle, and Luxie with the redirect shot there to bring this game back to level peggings.
Yeah, you gotta love that pass from Choke, just getting it perfectly off that sidewall, and Luxie just in the centre, ready and waiting, no defender to make it back in time. All you gotta do is just hit that net, and he puts it in, and you know, what a goal to equalise here halfway through this game. It's pretty exciting stuff so far, I must say, East. And so we'll have to see how both these teams will continue on in this game, as Domino looking to put on a bit of pressure now.
I hope every game stays as close as this is at this point. This is amazing. I love it. Froz playing the ball into the corner, into the path of Choke, who played it over Hypnotics, and Crimsic with a demo on Choke in the midfield, and the pressure put straight back onto Domino, but Froz able to clear it away, and that might just roll in, but it's going to roll just up the post there, and Samer able to clear it away. He's going to take his time here, as Hypnotics takes it away from him, and he's going to go for this again now, as he's might go for a double tap here, but it's cleared away by Choke. And Froz with an awkward hit there, but he's able to recover and follow it up himself and get rid of any pressure that there was from Yeezard's squad there.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better now for the Domino Esports side. You know, it was a bit of a shaky start for both teams, if we're being honest, but now both teams actually having their fair share of opportunities, and I'm, you know, starting to see a bit more solo plays coming out. You know, seeing Froz doing a couple plays himself up the field, and so we'll have to see how that works out for him. But we're approaching the final minute now, and really it's just a, you know, do or die situation here, at least in the first game. You know, I reckon the next goal that goes in is going to be the one that seals it, and so we'll see how it goes. Anyone could take it here. No one's got like a, you know, significant advantage over the other, so let's see how the last minute plays out.
Yeah, for sure. And the last minute starting with Domino in possession, putting a lot of pressure on the Yeezard squad at this point, as they're meeting them for every ball, and anything that Yeezard tries to clear away gets put straight back into the middle there, as now Choke going to try to play this off the side. He gets a bump onto Hypnotics, and Froz playing it away from Crimsic, I think that was, and he's managed to get it past Samer as well, but Hypnotics beats one of the players to the ball there, and now Choke plays it away, and now Samer puts it onto the backboard, and Froz misses the shot, and Hypnotics able to get a good shot to be able to take a late lead in this game 1.
Yeah, there's a miss on the back wall there for Froz. Just couldn't get up to that ball, and really you got to be hitting those if you're on the defense there. And just, if not, it's just good stuff there. Just great positioning there. Just have to put the shot in, and that's really it. And it just goes to show that in these high stakes games, you can't afford to be making those mistakes, because just the one smallest mistake could cost you. Looks like he's trying to get it back. He's trying to go for that ground pinch, but now 10 seconds left. Domino have it all to do here. As Crimson stick it down the field, I think that's basically going to be it for this game, as Domino puts one more into the bottom left. I must say, Yeezard squad, great effort in the final 30 seconds to get this one back in their favour. And whilst it was a weird first game, they do get themselves a series advantage now.
Yeah, for sure. We must. Domino just falling apart towards the end of game 1 here. I'm not sure if they were just giving up the game or if they were just looking forward, but looking into game 2 now, what have Domino got to change to be able to recover to the game 1 loss here?
I would like to see a little bit more consistency out of them, to be honest, because there was maybe a couple goals out that, you know, in that game where maybe, you know, they just had to hit, you know, a simple touch really, and that was really it. I didn't see many issues with pressure, to be honest. You know, there's only one time where they broke down fairly quickly from it, but other than that, it was really, you know, individual errors mainly that were causing mistakes. So, you know, it's just all about, you know, just relax yourselves, trying to hit your touches and hit those shots. Because Domino really, we've seen their capabilities. You know, they put together some great plays themselves. There was that one passing play they made earlier in the game, and I'd like to see more of that from them. Trying to find each other in the field, because also I saw them going for some solo plays, and whilst that can work, I'm not sure if it will do the job here, because it didn't seem to help them much. So next game, yeah, it's really the thing. Just try to play a little bit more consistent, and then they can surely bring down this Yeezard squad team, I think.
Yeah, for sure. They still managed to keep the first game really close, and they did have their chances. It's just they slowly started to fall apart towards the end of the game, I'd say, and Yeezard were able to capitalize on that and bring home the dub in game 1. But looking into game 2 now, it's all to play for still, as Domino are going to want to hope to bring this back, or they're going to have to look at a reverse sweep if they want to bring this series home. But Choke looked for an early double tap, but he missed it, and Luxi unable to get the shot, and Froz also missing the shot there, and now Yeezard scrambling to try and get this away, and Froz playing it into the middle, Crimsic getting the save, and Samer playing it away, but Luxi with a demo on the keeper there, and Samer able to get a good clear here, and Froz just able to recover in time to play it to the sidewall, but Hypnotics beats him to the ball on the sidewall there, and now he's going to go for this again now. He's going to try to dribble it over Luxi, but Luxi able to play it into the corner and into the park. Choke, who's going to go for an air dribble here, and he's managed to get a pinch that goes into the middle, but Crimsic's all over it to be able to clear it into the park with Hypnotics here.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, this first minute's been looking pretty good for Domino. You know, they had that early stint of pressure on the Yeezard squad side, and really, I thought they were going to get a goal out of that, but it was just unable to hit their shots. But one thing I noticed, they also tried to do getting some demos in there on the last defender, but as I say, that is Yeezard squad, perhaps against the turn of play, getting their first goal here, and you know, what a set from Hypnotics there, and a great finish from Crim as well. And really, with Domino Esport, for them, they're not going to give up hope just yet, because you know they've managed to get themselves some chances there, but you just can't be letting those slip by too easily.
Yeah, for sure. If they're going to want to bring this game back, they're going to have to take them chances that they're given by Yeezard, as Choke playing it just wide of the post there, and Luxi playing it across the box, and Frost and Hypnotics having a 50 there, but Crimsic able to clear it away, but straight into the path of Choke, who's beaten to the ball by Samer, who gets another 50 win, and straight into the path of Hypnotics, who plays it off the sidewall off Frost, I think it was, and now Choke able to play it to the sidewall, and he misses his second hit here, and Crimsic gonna try to play it into the middle, and Hypnotics with a demo onto one of the defenders there, adding more pressure to this Domino squad.
Yeah, and pressure is really the name of the game here for Yeezard. They started to be picking up a little bit more, and as I was mentioning earlier with Domino going for those demos, there goes the Yeezard squad also trying to get some on there, and you know they can be really effective, especially at high levels. It seems to be more of the meta. You know, you see Virtuoso doing it a lot, but as I say, there was a demo even on the user score side, but also saw it in a goal. But as I said, I'm liking how these teams are starting to implement demos into their playstyle, because that's what can let you break down teams much more easily. And so I'd like to see them utilizing them more on their attacks.
Yeah, for sure. These demos really are starting to open up the defenses of the teams, as we see Crimsic having to scramble back after the goalie was demoed there, but they're able to recover in time, and Crimsic playing it away, and Choke with an awkward hit here, having the Luxie to scramble back, but he's able to recover in time. Crimsic playing the ball into Samer, who's going to shoot it into the side of the goal, and it's a 2-goal lead now for Yeezard.
Yeah, that's just a lovely infield pass from Crimsic, getting it past that first man, and then again that demo, I think it was Hypnotics that had that one, just getting rid of the defender, and I think it was Choke. There was no way he was going to be making that save there, so very well executed play from the Yeezard squad. Just showing that they can pull together these team plays, because we see them more as a pickup team, I think. You know, I know they don't practice too much together in scrims at least, but you know, if you can put together those team plays, then oh boy, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. A 2-goal lead now. It's looking really good for Yeezard squad in this game.
For sure, Yeezard, you can see still going for the demos here to try and just open up the defense, have any better chance of scoring as they could get. There's now Crimsic playing it past one. He's going to try to follow this up again, but he was just a bit too high, and Froz was able to get a good hit there. But Luxie playing it into the corner now, and Froz going to take this himself. No boost though, and he leaves it for Choke. And Crimsic, I think he might have gone for another demo there, but it was avoided there. And Luxie might just fall into this ball, but the bounce on the corner there, not allowing it to happen. And now Choke playing it off the sidewall, and Hypnotics in a bit of an awkward position here, but he's able to recover in time to get it past one, and he's got a good 50 with another one, but Froz able to play it into the middle now, but it's a tight angle for Choke, who completely misses the ball in general, and Froz playing it just over Samer, and Hypnotics having to scramble back in time to make the clutch save there.
Yeah, clutch save at that. That was a good little effort there from Froz. But yeah, just a lovely save off the goal line there, and it keeps Yeezard squad's sheet clean at the moment, because despite them being under, you know, this much pressure, they don't seem to be too phased by it, because there's not really that many threatening chances for the Domino Esport side, if I'm being honest. You know, a lot of the shots aren't too convincing, if I'm being honest. And so I'd like to see them, you know, try again, go for those demos, to get those infield passes going, because a lot of the time, if you're against a team that's this good in the form of Yeezard squad, just your typical shots aren't going to cut it. As we approach the last 30 seconds, and it's looking pretty dire for Domino Esports. They're looking to be on the verge of having to make a reverse sweep if they want to win this series.
For sure, what you were saying about taking them chances, like we've seen Choke and Froz mainly, I think, is missing crucial shots, just playing it wide of the post, and that's really starting to tear them apart, really, because they're not able to score any goals in these games, and it's just starting to punish with the way that Yeezard are performing at the moment. As we see Yeezard taking game 2, Crimsic going to put in a third just for the fun of it, and now Crimsic moving on to series point here, and 1 game away from the playoffs. Yeah, it only takes one more game, and Crimsic just rubbing salt in the wound there with that last goal. But yeah, Yeezard squad's brilliant performance in that game, keeping the clean sheet, and you know, it's desperation time now for Domino Esport. You know, we talk about them, they got to take those chances. They had quite a few decent scoring chances there that they managed to create, but they just couldn't make it past the final hurdle, and so they've got to win the next 3 games in a row. And you know, the question is, do they have the mental fortitude to make such a comeback? Because you know, in that first game, really close. The second game, they've been shut out. Really, they just got to step it up in this third game and beyond. You know, you cannot make any more errors, no more lives left, and this is where really it's going to show, you know, the character of this team. Really, you know, can they bring series back like this? You did say that they were shut out, but if you look at the shots, they don't only have 1 shot less than the Yeezard squad. It's just that the percentage of the shot accuracy that they're having at this moment, with Yeezard being a lot more effective with their shots, as they're able to get a lot more goals, as we see Yeezard with 3 goals out of 5 and Domino with none out of 4. It's just all about taking the chances. So the series is still wide open. It's just going to be a lot harder for Domino to recover at this point now. Yeah, I would agree with that. So 3 games in a row.
It's going to show their mental strength as a team. Let's see if they can do it. Go play with full confidence, go all out, see what you can do. 5 minutes in this third game. Let's see if Domino can stay alive in this series and be in the run for the playoffs still.
I think Luxie's changed into the Batmobile here, so they're trying something different here as he plays the ball into the path of Choke, but Same is able to clear it away now. And Froz's gonna try to meet Hypnotics, I think that was, but he's not able to do it as a bump in defense with the 2 Domino players, and that just leaves an open net for Hypnotics to score into.
And yeah, we see Simon with a nice little touch off the backboard there, and it throws the defense off completely. No one's actually in net for the Domino Esports side. You know, you can't be having 2 men on top of each other like that, because it's just going to cause an opportunity to arise. It's not just that with the Yeezard squad, but yeah, there's very well executed play from the Yeezard squad guys again, and really they're just keeping this momentum rolling for the last game. So Domino got it all to do now. They need to get themselves back into this game. You know, time isn't necessarily of the essence just yet. They've got a lot of time to work with, but yeah, if you just need to really claw yourselves back into this series if you're Domino, otherwise it's going to be over.
For sure, they've still got another 4 minutes to get 1 goal, which is extremely doable in this level, but it's just, can they break out from the defense when they're having the pressure put on them? If they're able to do that, then they'd probably be able to score quite a lot of goals at this point, as we see Froz going for the ball here, playing it into the corner, and it's cleared away by the Yeezard squad, and now Choke passing it into Lucy, but he's not able to get the redirect shot, and Samo gonna take his time here clearing it away, and he's been beaten to the ball by Froz there, who plays it into the middle, but Crimsic able to clear it away, but no boost however, so he's gonna struggle to follow this up now as he's beaten to the ball by Lucy, but Samo able to clear it away, but Choke with a really good backboard, I don't know what you call that, a backboard pinch maybe? As we see Froz with an awkward hit, and Lucy able to recover now. He's playing the ball towards Hypnotics into the corner, but Hypnotics clears it away, but Choke able to get to the ball first, and Froz just missing the ball into the middle, but Luxie meeting Samer, I think that was, in the corner, and Choke with a drop down into the middle, but no one on Domino able to capitalise on that chance there.
Yeah, and you know, when you talk about that chance there, and really I've got to say Domino have had a lot of those chances, and I like how they're going for some infield passes. It's just the player in the middle cannot connect with that ball and get that shot, and you know, it's a shame to see really, because you know, we know these are quality chances, they can score off of them, but you know, it's an issue they've had for at least the past couple of games. They're not taking those chances, they can't just get it into the back of the net. But they're at least doing well with the chance creation. It's just that they've got to get those shots on net, because you know, obviously if you can't score the chances, then there's no way you're going to win. So really for Domino, they just got to keep up the good work, try get as many scoring opportunities as possible. 2 minutes, let's see what they can do.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we're seeing Domino at this point with 3 shots, and Yeezard with only just the 1 shot. Okay, make that 2, as they've managed to score off a really good bump play here from Hypnotics, I think it was. He just bumped Lucy out the way and left an open net for Samer to score into.
Yeah, exactly. Hypnotics going for those demos again. We saw him doing it last game, and now he's just doing a pain in the backside for the Domino Esports side. Just taking Lucy right out of the net, and Samer just has to shoot on net, and it's an easy goal like that. Now we're seeing Lucy trying to go for a solo play himself, but he's not going to amount to anything. Still 2 minutes for Domino Esports to get back into this one. So that's another great infield pass and nearly a goal. Still putting in the work here, but they've got to start converting these shots, because you know, it's really do or die time now for these guys.
Yeah, for sure. The pressure's got to be piling up, because they know if they lose this game, their season is over. As they've really got to score within the next 30 seconds if they want any chance of keeping this game alive. Now is Choke gonna try to play it over Crimsic, but Crimsic able to play it into the sidewall, but he's meeting by Choke in the top of the wall there, and Samer passing it over to Hypnotics, but Hypnotics left it for Samer, who's missed the ball completely there, and Choke playing the ball straight into the path of Crimsic, and Hypnotics playing it across the goal here. I think they might just be trying to waste time here now, as Samer playing the ball high, and Choke missing the ball. That might be an open net for Samer, and it is. 3 goals with 1 minute left. I don't think Domino are going to be able to recover from this.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Choke there. He just can't reach the ball in time, and it's a free shot for Samer. The defense just discombobulated there. have no idea how to react to that one. A 3-goal lead for the side of Yeezard squad, and really for Domino Esport, there's not much chance to be coming back, especially if Hypnotic is burrowing double taps like those. 4-0 for Yeezard squad, just absolutely dominating this series now. And you know, it really goes to show when we take a look at their shot conversion rate, 4 goals from 4 shots. You do not see a 100% conversion rate every day of the week, so it's just great to see from them. Absolutely clinical with their shooting, and this looks like they're going to be waltzing straight into playoffs now.
Yeah, this team has got to be one to look out for playoffs now, as we can see they're just taking every chance that they're being given by Domino at this point. And the Domino team just starting to pull apart now, but they're still able to get some good plays here, as we see Froz trying to put some pressure on, but it's cleared straight into the corner by Samer, who gets a second hit actually, and being into the ball by Choke now, who's going to try to get a second 50, but Hypnotics beats him to the ball, and now Froz able to play it into the path of Luke C, but he's managed to beat Hypnotics, but Samer able to put it straight back into the corner. He's going to put us into the middle, into the path of Crimsic, and that is 5-0 to the Yeezard squad. We will see them in playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Another stat padding at this point. Just a lovely play again from Samer, making those touches on the backboards. You know, he's been really one to look out for in terms of playmaking here, making those quality passes to his teammates, and it just gets Crimsic one more. Not that they need to score anymore, but might as well just stat pad a little bit. As 10 seconds left, we can safely say that Yeezard squad have made it to the playoffs, so congratulations to them. And on top of that, I believe they also get the second seed going into playoffs, and so they'll be joining Digital Dynasty and Godalions in the playoffs in a few weeks' time. So very well done to them. As the ball touches the ground, 3-0 win, absolutely dominant from Yeezard.
Yeah, we all thought that it would be a close series, as we both predicted Game 5 either way, and it might have been like that in the first game, as it was only a 1-goal game, I believe, but since then, Yeezard completely took off, and they had 7 unanswered goals in 2 games there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you're scoring 7 goals in a series, in fact, I think it was 8 even. It was like a 3-0 win in game 2 and a 5-0 win. And yeah, insane. 8 goals unanswered. Like, what even? If you're scoring that many goals unanswered against a team that's considered to be up there in the standings with you, who were right below you, and I believe still are right below. Or in fact, no, Yeezard scored it now 2 places above them, but when they were neck and neck like that, you're thinking, right, either team can make playoffs here. You know, it just comes down to who performs on the day. Yeezard were the ones that performed on the day, and oh boy, what a performance it was. Because if you're just sweeping a team like that 3-0 and scoring 8 goals straight without them scoring 1 at all, then you're going to be looking scary going into the playoffs in a few weeks' time. So very well done to Yeezard squads. Very impressed with them. They've had shaky performances in the past this season, but they've shown their true selves here, and so the rest of the Champions Division teams, especially whoever has to put in from the other conference, you know, good luck with them, because you're going to have a hard time against them.
For sure, it took them a while to get started, but when they did get started, they did not look back. They just kept the pressure on, and they just started to tear Domino apart, and you could see it with that final game as well. A 5-0 shutout there.
Yeah, I would agree with you, and that's the right mentality to have in this game. And I think if you talk to pros and high-level players about this, you know, the mentality was like, no matter what score you're at, you want to keep on scoring, because some players have the tendency where they're like maybe 2 or 3 goals up, they start to play back a little bit. But Yeezard are not like that. You know, it doesn't matter how many goals they have. They're like, right, we just want to score more and more and more. And you know, that's the right way to go about the game, and I think that's what helped them drive, you know, this win forward, really. Allowing them to win in such a convincing fashion, because they never gave up, even if they were down at all. They still kept on pushing and pushing, and didn't care at all, really. And that's what you got to do. You want to push yourself to the limit, and so that will help them a lot in playoffs. And you know, as for Domino Esport, though, it was a great effort from them, but you know, sadly they just fell apart towards the midway part of the series, and you know, in the end as well. Just couldn't get themselves back into the series. It's unfortunate, but it was a great season for them nonetheless, and we hope to see them back next time. But as for Yeezard squad, can't wait to see them playing in playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Commiserations to Domino, who made it so far, but it just fell at the last hurdle. But Yeezard squad and Godalions, they're going to be with no disrespect to Digital Dynasty, I'm going to say these are going to be the two teams to look out for from Champions Conference 2 here in the playoffs, as they look unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah, they do look unstoppable. If you're going 8-0 in a season, then you're top dog. But also User Squad going to be one to look out for too. And as for Digital Dynasty, I am starting to rate them a bit higher as the season's gone on, to be honest. They made a roster change, I believe Sad Green out and Timsy in. That's a definite upgrade in my eyes. And they started to look better and now secured a playoff spot. So, even though you would not put them at top 2, definitely not. You would say Godalions and User Squad are a step or 2 above them. Still one to look out for. Now, as for Champions Conference 1, whilst we're on the topic a bit, we'll discuss real quick who else can make the playoffs here. And currently, Luxor have more or less, they've actually secured number 1 seed, I believe, in their division. There's no way anyone can catch. Actually, no, they're top 2, I think, at least, but they're in playoffs. And Unknown Esports are faced up as well. And then it's basically between Zypher Orange and Team 517 on who will get that 3rd spot. So, yeah, we'll have to wait for the results of those games to come in. But yeah, it's going to be super exciting playoffs anyway, because all these teams are top quality, and we can't wait to see them playing in the future, don't we, Yeast?
For sure, these teams are amazing to watch, especially when I haven't seen this much high level as I'm just a measly Champ 2 player, but it's fun to watch this play, It's I don't know, I'm lost for words. This is really good.
Yeah, it's fun to watch it, I was playing in the Champions Division myself earlier this season, and it's just great to not only play at this level, but also to get to watch this level of play, because it's super exciting stuff. And I've actually got another result to share from the Champions Conference 2, actually, and these are 2 of the final matches, because as this series we just watched was underway, we also had Chowsy and Clack Gold facing off, who are the current bottom 2 teams, and I've literally just got seen the result from Sniper. It was a 3-0 sweep in favour of Chowsy, which, in my opinion, no disrespect to Clack Gold, but that was not a surprise in the slightest. And I believe that means Chowsy will be out of the relegation zone, so it means they'll not have to play the relegation playoffs. They'll be staying for next season, so well done to them as well. And yeah, that's the final standings locked in for Champions Conference 2, which, before we end the stream, I'll just quickly listen. So we have Godalions, Yeezard Squad, Digital Dynasty, Domino Esport, Sacra Blues, Vector Gaming, Chowsy Paradox Gaming, and Clack Gold. So that's the order of teams from first to last. So yeah, super exciting season. Now bring on playoffs, because that's what we want to watch. But yeah, very well done to Chowsy, actually, for managing to make it out. And still, we'll see them next season, hopefully.
For sure.
Alright, so anyways, I think we'll just end the stream off now, because I think that's all we have to discuss. So say thank you very much, Yeast, for coming on. It was a great first cast to have with you, so it's nice to have you joining us here. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, and so hopefully you all enjoyed, this series here. We certainly did, even though it was maybe not as close to be expected. It was a very nice series to watch. And yeah, if you want to, stay up to date with the ECC, be sure to follow us on Twitch here and on Twitter as well, and join our Discord, and maybe you can get yourself involved in the action next season. And before I forget to do this, because I've been specifically told, there will be a announcement coming later on tonight. I'm not going to say what it is. I just want to keep you guys on the edge of your seats about it, but it's going to be some really cool stuff we're going to be announcing regarding, the remainder of this season, the off season, and going into next season. So. Yeah, it's basically we're going to be showing you guys some really cool stuff about what we've got planned. So hopefully to get you guys more excited about what's to come in the future. So keep an eye out for that in the ECC Discord. There will be announcements made at some point tonight. I can't say when though, because to be honest, I don't know when they're going to do it. But anyways, that's it. Yeast, do you want to say anything else before we sign off?
My friend told me to shout out his Twitter, so follow @AspectRL on Twitter. He told me he'd give me a tenner if I got this in. Easy money.
Easy money.
other than that, thanks for having me. It's been a good first cast. Hope to be back in the future.
Yeah, we hope to see you back in the future, and we hope to see all you viewers back as well next time. Not sure when the next stream will be. Perhaps we'll have a couple streams on the weekend, actually. given there's only 2 days left this season, so maybe we'll get to see more games. That's it. Thank you all for watching tonight's stream. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll hope to see you guys back next time. Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.